A good cup of coffee is how most people around the world begin their day. With the COVID-19 pandemic, though, coffee shops around the world were shut. But interestingly, there were some sectors in the coffee industry that were not really affected by the pandemic. Instead of going out for coffee, believe it or not, a lot of people actually ended up purchasing some pretty good coffee-making machines to make coffee at home. Our next report gets you all the details.
Brewing coffee is an art, especially if you're someone who wants the coffee to taste just right. During the COVID-19 lockdown, when coffee shops were shuttered around the world, the demand for coffee-making machines increased by a factor of 10 over the span of just the last year. People cooped up in their homes were not only drinking more coffee, but are also lapping up some fancy coffee-making machines as well.
Since the lockdown, basically we tenfolded our production regarding the domestic machines. So we are kind of satisfied, and now we are focusing in other markets, and there is a good, expectation for this year. We have still a couple of months left, and also for the next one. So booming.
The London Coffee Festival, that is in its 10th edition this year, highlighted the dramatic changes the coffee industry has undergone in the last 18 months. Almost all varieties of coffee and coffee-making machines have shown a sharp spike in their sales.
When you look at the price, as we said before, it's £1,000, and what people are going is, that's quite expensive, but then try and work out how much you would have spent at your coffee shop. You might spend £2.50 in the morning, £2.50 at night, that's £5 a day. And then works out £25 a week, that's £100 a month, it's 1,200 quid a year, which basically means that you bought this machine and every time you make a coffee, you're about 10 pence, roughly around about that. So it is an investment, but you'll get a really, really good coffee shop quality coffee out of it.
Coffee machine makers do not expect this momentum to sustain. With increased vaccinations, lockdown restrictions being eased, and coffee shops starting to reopen, it will be some time before the footfall in the coffee shops increases. But until then, the coffee machine makers intend to carry on, raking in the profits. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.